at Harmon's with Sarah Keel, who is a dietitian, and we're talking about some of the classes and workshops that they do. Now, Sarah, one thing I struggle with when I go grocery shopping is I leave the store, I spend $100, and all I have bought is junk.
Yeah, and that's totally common. There's a lot of people who say, oh, I don't even know what to shop for. I feel uncomfortable with shopping. I don't know how to read labels. So we have a program called Dietitian's Choice. The dietitians review every food product that comes in the store. We tag the healthiest choices. So we try to make healthy shopping easy. We try to make it quick for you and help you make some good choices while you're here.
Great. Probably the chips and the Cheez-Its and all that is not included.
Correct,
What's
yes.
going in my basket?
Yeah, so we try to tag things that are whole grain, lower sodium, lower saturated fat, lower sugar. So we try to help you make good choices for yourself, for your family and friends. Yeah.
And I love the idea that if you're not sure, you will help people out with these tours.
Exactly. So we have dietitians in store. We each have a home store and then we have a travel store as well. So if you ever have a question, I have people who pop into my office and they say, which bread is a better choice? So no question is too small. That's why we're here. And we have a lot of great tours. We have our healthy living store tour. We have a diabetes store tour, gluten-free, and then a lot of workshops in the store as well.
Okay, so show me what would happen if I come on the tour. What are we going to learn about? What are we going to do?
Sure. So in the produce aisle, we don't have any of our dietitian's choice tags because we'd be tagging everything.
Oh, yeah.
So what we do is we talk about different ways to integrate produce into your diet. Not everybody likes broccoli, so what are some options that we can choose for a family who doesn't like broccoli or maybe who has some allergies? And I also like to talk about how to get more fruits and vegetables into your diet. So for example, if I cut up vegetables as soon as I get home from the store and I put them on a platter on the top shelf of my fridge with clear plastic wrap, it's easy to grab as a snack and not a lot of people are going to go peel a carrot when they're hungry.
Right.
So just those little changes in prep and having things available makes a big difference.
Okay, we are here on one of the snack aisles, and if I was here shopping, I would be grabbing the Blast of Butter Ultimate Theater Style Popcorn, which is probably the worst choice I could make, right?
Well, popcorn is actually a really great choice, but there are some better choices we can make in the aisle.
Okay.
And again, we have our Dietitian's Choice tags, so if you're not comfortable label reading or don't have time, you can always refer to the tags. But popcorn is one of my favorite snacks. It's a whole grain, so you get all the benefits of a whole grain. But what we want to look for is one maybe that's lower in fat, lower in sodium. And so for example, do you know about how many chips is a serving of potato chips?
I have no idea.
It's about 11 chips.
Oh, goodness.
I don't know a lot of people who can sit down and eat only 11 potato chips. For popcorn, the serving is usually between 3 and 4 cups.
Oh, wow.
So that's a lot of bang for your buck. We have a lot of options here. We have microwave options. We have some pre-popped options as well. So this is one of my favorite snacks. It has a lot of really great carbohydrates, a lot of good fiber. So popcorn is one of my favorite things. You'll see me eating popcorn a lot.
Okay, so what about breads? I mean, how do you know? There's so many different kinds.
Yeah, and that's a question I get a lot of the time. What I would encourage you to do is look for that bread that is 100% whole grain. So what you want to look for again is whole, the word whole in your first ingredient.
Okay.
Ingredients are listed by order of weight. So you want to look for whole grains in the very first ingredient. So this one says whole wheat flour. If you see enriched wheat flour, that means white flour. So we want to look for the word whole, and then again you can look for that whole grain, 100% whole grain badge from the Whole Grain Council. And then I also like to look at things like sodium and sugar on my bread and try to keep those pretty low. And again, if you don't know what you're looking for, you can look for our Dietitian's Choice tags. We also have our Harmon 7-grain loaf in the bakery, which is super delicious. So that's another whole grain product and it's Dietitian's Choice.
Okay, so tell me about some of the classes that you guys do here, the workshops, the tours.
Yeah, we do a lot of different really great workshops. Anything from brown bag lunch to intuitive eating to Mediterranean diet. They're all really fun. We usually have food involved in them as well. I also do some cooking classes with our chef up in our cooking school. It's a really great way to spend an evening. You get a meal, you get some knowledge from a professional chef and a dietitian, and then we do a lot of private counseling and the store tours. So I do a diabetes store tour, a gluten-free and a healthy living store tour.
And how can people find out when the classes are and how can they sign up?
So they can go to harmonsgrocery.com and under the in-store tab you'll see the dietitian services, and we have all of our dietitian calendars, so you'll find the dietitian calendar for the dietitian at your store.
Okay, perfect. Well, thank you so much for having us
Thank
here
you,
today.
absolutely.